Do you know what time it is? If you're new here, it's time for some dependent content. So buckle up and let's get ready for the ride. Does anyone want to help my overstimulated mom life and brain and do my dishes for me? I will pay. We're on month 5 of 6 of deployment, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't on the struggle bus today. I have nothing to gripe about that post. It's hard. Deployment life is hard. And she's also offering to pay somebody to do it. So what is the issue? I don't know. This person had an issue though. Mind you, all of housing has legit dishwashers in the units. Also 5 months of 6 of deployment. Would people these days be able to handle the 12 to 15 month deployments we dealt with years ago? A deployment is a deployment. You're allowed to miss your spouse, right? Like you don't start missing your spouse on month 12, right? You start missing them as soon as they leave. Somebody on month 3 of 4 of a deployment is just as valid as somebody on month 3 of 12 of a deployment. You don't get a cookie for dealing with a longer deployment. Okay, so do we think this is inappropriate or funny? And should I take it to my husband homecoming tonight? Reporting for that Hawk Tua. The innuendos gotta go. They're not classy, they're not funny, they're just, Like some innuendos are funny. This one is not funny. This one's just... Does anyone have 8 or more kids in base housing? We are in O3 housing and man, it is tight, so any ideas would be appreciated. We have begged for a bigger square foot house, but no seems to be the word, haha, so that isn't an option. Also, we can't afford to move off because of those same 8 kids, so any tips or tricks for your space? Yeah, sell a couple of your kids. Does that not run through your mind, like when having children? Like, hey, we're in the military. Usually their houses are at max like 4 or 5 bedrooms, and we can't afford a house with 9 bedrooms to house them all in. Like, do y'all not think about that before having kids? That is always in my mind of like, hey, what size car can I comfortably have without needing a transit van? How many kids can I have comfortably in a house? 8 kids y'all planned for. Or didn't, but at this point you are aware of where they come from. 8 kids and y'all never once thought, maybe that's too many to fit in a house. On any kind of base house. And maybe that's a little too much for us to afford off base. It is nobody else's fault but your own that you have 8 children. My husband's on leave. So get out of my way. It's been 60 days since he's been laid. I'm hilarious. No, that's not the word I would use. Man's been gone for 60 days and you can't pick up around the house or clean these floors. Leave the innuendo type posters at the house. Inside. With the door locked. Bring cute little family-oriented posters to the homecoming, please. Because like every adult knows what you're doing when you get home. The children don't need to see that, yeah?